In this country, we're always being told that diversity is our greatest strength. Whether or not that's true, I don't know, but when it comes to trading, a lack of diversification is definitely a weakness. What's up guys, Dan from Magic FX here, and in this video I want to teach you how you can diversify your trading to minimize your risk across the board. Now this is really important. I see so many people putting all their eggs into one basket, and that is not what you want to do with trading. But how can you do that with Forex trading the way that a lot of us do it? In this video I'm going to be showing you multiple ways you can do that and really just start thinking outside of that box to broaden your horizons of how you can really diversify your trading. Now the very first thing that you're going to want to do is have multiple accounts, okay? So for different situations you want a different account so they're not affecting each other. Think of it this way: if you were a farmer and you only farmed potatoes, and then one year you have really bad conditions for growing potatoes, like the soil is not nutrient dense enough and there's not enough rain or whatever, that year you're going to be absolutely screwed because all you've done is potatoes. You've just got that one potato account. However, there's another farmer who's diversified. They've got livestock, they do a bit of corn, cabbage, carrots, grains, all this stuff. That potato shortage is not going to bother them because they've got all these other things they can be growing and selling and making money from. The first thing you want to do is enable yourself to have the ability to have separate accounts that are not affected by each other. Now what would you have on these separate accounts? Well, I know a lot of people trade more than one pair. So you may trade, for example, Euro USD, gold, AUD USD, GBP USD, and you might trade all of those on one account. Now I want to put it to you that what you could do is split that account into 4 and trade each one of those pairs separately. Now you might think, oh, you don't make enough profit on individual pairs in order to do that. Well, what you could do is increase the risk on each one. Okay, so you're splitting and raising and enabling yourself to not have interference. So because, for example, you could have a really bad month on 2 out of those 4 pairs and a really good month on the other 2 pairs. Now that could end up just being break even overall and you've made no money. However, if you just have a bad month on those 2 accounts and a good month on the other 2 accounts, you've actually made money on those accounts that cannot be hurt by the poor performance over here. And this is especially true for prop firm accounts. If you're putting all your eggs in one basket on a prop firm, you lose that account, that's going to hurt a lot more than if you've got a bunch of different accounts doing different things. Even then, if you lose a prop firm account, which really isn't as big a deal as a lot of people seem to think it is, losing an account is something that you've just got to take in your stride. It's part of trading. It's probably going to happen. 10% drawdown is not out of the realm of possibilities by any means. There's a big likelihood that at some point, if you are a profitable trader, you are going to lose an account. Okay, so yeah, diversification is essential for prop firms. So if you don't want to trade more than one currency pair, you're stuck with one, there are still things you can do. For example, you could trade different sessions on different accounts. So you could trade London session on one account, New York session on another account, or an Asian session on another account. Meaning that again, you're splitting your risk. You're splitting 2 different types of trading in a way, so that New York session is not interfering with that London session. We don't know what's going to be a profitable month in this situation and what's going to be a profitable month in this situation. We just want to keep them separate and let the wins be wins, let the losses be losses, but not combine them to make one big piece of shit break even. So what are other ways you could do it? There are so many ways. You just got to think outside the box. You could change your risk profile. So you could risk 0.5% on one account, risk 1%, risk 2%, risk 3% on all different accounts, which would again completely change your results. You could have different management styles. You could potentially trade different strategies on different accounts. Now I know a lot of people will find that difficult to do, to keep in your headspace multiple strategies. If you've got very simple ones, it's a lot easier. If you trade different strategies at different times of the day, a lot simpler. Another thing you could do, there are plenty of decent trading bots out there now. You could have another separate account with a trading bot running on it. And again, it's only a portion of your portfolio. So if it does all go bust, you've still got the rest of your accounts. Hopefully what this is getting you doing is thinking of different ways you could split that risk and become more profitable by doing so. Now, what is it that I do? Well, for me, what I do is I trade two pairs. I trade Euro USD, I trade AUD USD, okay? And I trade them on separate accounts. It's as simple as that, really. I only trade the one session. If I wanted to trade New York, I would have that on a separate account. But for me, my testing's been on the London session for those two pairs, and I'm very happy with those, and the results are very good, and the results don't interfere with each other. And I have found, funnily enough, a lot of the times, a bad month on one pair will be a good month on the other, okay? Which really does help your mindset, having these separate accounts, because you can have a good day. Usually every day you're going to have a good day. There's going to be a winning trade on one of those accounts. So again, it changes one's psychology in a more positive way, because you can always seek what has been a win on that day, and you know you kept that win on that account, and the losses don't hurt so much. Okay, so that's pretty much what I wanted to talk about in this video. I hope you've gained something from that, and I hope that made sense to you. If you want more from me, I can tell you the Magic FX Academy is due to be reopening soon. Head to magicfx.net to subscribe to the newsletter, and you will be very soon emailed a discount code so that when we do open up, you can get 25% off. All right, so get to magicfx.net, and I will see you soon.